Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Knoll, and welcome back once again to the Movie Battleground for an extra special match. I hope you guys enjoyed the tournament finals that took place last Saturday. No spoilers quite yet on those, but I do hope you guys did enjoy them because this is a bit of a follow up on that. As I said in that video, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break till the end of March just to kind of take some rest, ramp up, get ourselves ready for the next set of matches. But before then, we had one more match we had to throw in here, and that is to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a drunk match. This is something that Movie Battleground has done before in the past, but it's never been quite as messy as this. We have three competitors here tonight: Will Cohen, Chad Webb, and Kevin Poss, all of whom have pre-gamed to some extent. We also have four judges, all of whom who have pre-gamed to some extent, and my job as the ringleader of this circus is to try and keep it in line somewhat. However, we all know that I'm not the most entertaining option to host this, so taking over as the host and face that you will see of this stream while I try and manage this game in the back is a man who has played in one of these before. I don't know if he remembers it, but he has played in one of these before. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Burnz.
No, I'm kidding. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Jay Burnz. You know what we are here for. A lot of us did pre-funk before this, so I can't wait. There are several stipulations to this match, and I will put them forth right now. I cannot force the competitors to hold to this, but if you say the, or like during your argument and it doesn't make sense with the flow of your speech, you will drink. If you lose, you will take a drink. If you win, you will finish your drink. This is the way that we are doing this. And every time an individual, I'm sorry, hold on. Because if we're going to hold people to a standard, we will hold people to a standard. That being said, if you win, you only have to take a drink. If you lose, you will chug until one of the judges says stop. No, we're not going to have you black out. We're just here to have a little bit of fun. We're here to talk about drunken shenanigans and get into it. So I cannot wait for this. Aaron, do me a favor. Oh, I said again. Aaron. Oh, shit. Look, I'm just doing it to myself at this point in time. Aaron, bring in my other judges, please.
Yeah, sure, that's not the pattern, but why not?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, what's up?
Soft with it, dogs. It looks like I've got Mr. McLevin, Noah McCausland here. Noah, how are you feeling tonight, baby?
You know, I'm feeling pretty alcoholic, so I'm feeling good.
It's 100% fair. John, I know people will say that you look like the default Twitter picture. Don't listen to them. That's Tato. But how are you feeling tonight? And I see that you have some John Daly mixtures with you. What are you partaking in tonight?
Well, I have my giant jug of Arizona, Arnold Palmer's, and then I grabbed my wife's cucumber lime vodka. So I'm just
I really don't think that mix, but I can't wait. And Tato is harder, better, faster, and stronger than most of us. He only has a shot and a half left of his black velvet. Thank God we aren't doing a trivia match, because that would be gone the first 2.5 questions. And we will be talking to our competitors while Tato climaxes while pulling that bottle of black velvet out. Bring in our competitors, please.
You want them one by one or all three of them?
Give me Chadwick, just because I love his sweatshirt.
Sure.
Sup, baby? How are you?
What's up, dude? Normally we see you in a black void, but it looks like Noah's in the black void today.
I think you can just call it a void. This is America, and it's 2022. Racist. Bring me the next one.
Okay. All right.
Sure. Will's next to him, so
Will, I so hope you are ready for a night of imbibing. Ben and hope all ye who enter here. Well, that looks like with, but okay. Yeah, thank you. I didn't know that you were also the centuries old Dante Alighieri. We're not going there. Calm down. You're here to argue drunkenly, so you might be Dante. Shit. Oh my God. Is time cyclical?
I broke Jay.
No, you
I
didn't.
broke
Shut up.
Jay.
Next. It is my fellow vapor, my fellow man bun haver, my fellow glasses wearer, even though I'm not wearing mine, the drunken philosopher, Kevin Paz. Paz, how are you feeling tonight, baby? Give me 7 words. I will count them.
I am drunk and ready to kick ass.
That's 2 words. You literally could have said debate and you would have been fine, you fucking idiot. Next.
Fuck.
Where you get all of them now.
That's fine. That's fine. You could have brought yourself in, Aaron.
I
remember you
I hit the wrong button. Hello.
You asked for this.
Are we gonna do this? Cheers.
All right,
Chin
guys.
chin.
Slonja.
All right. Let's
Close.
go.
All right. While they're drinking, I'm gonna mute them real quick and go over the rules so that way Jay doesn't have to think about it.
Words, things, timeline. Let's go. If you say the
there we go. Now
you will have to drink. You cannot control me like that. But Aaron, go.
All right. These guys are going to debate movie questions. It'll be basically like a regular round. They will get 1 minute to open, which will be followed by 2 minutes to expand. There will be a 5-minute open debate, and then there will be 1 minute to close. One of these questions will be a speed round. We'll talk about that when we need to get to it. But other than that, these guys have all played before. Fuck it. I don't need to go that in depth on the rules. So I'll unmute them now as Pikachu has joined the party. And now I can't. So Jay has the power to unmute himself when I mute him, but I can't unmute him when he mutes himself. It's like
that is 100% facts. And that's StreamYard. That's not me, though. Know that I am God level when it comes to this. That being said, gentlemen, are you ready? Do you remember your first question? Because I don't. It doesn't matter whether you do or not. Take a drink.
And as they're suffering down their alcohol, the first question, keeping with the alcohol theme, is what is the best movie to watch while you're drunk with your friends? You got a group over, you're hanging out, you're getting fucked up and shit-faced, but like with people unlike us right now. Or maybe they do have people. I don't know. Jay's got Pikachu. And what is that movie that you're putting on? So honestly, I forget how we decided to go about this, but one of these guys goes first. I think it's Chad goes first, right?
I think it's me,
Yep.
yeah.
Chadwick.
Sure.
What is the best movie to watch while drunk? I stop talking. Your time starts. I'm sorry. Just so I know, how much time does he actually get? So I can just be like, shut up, take a drink. 1 minute?
He's got the timer's coming up for you now.
Okay. Chadwick, as soon as you start talking, best movie to watch while drunk with your friends. And nobody answered porno.
I think we've all selected films that we probably have watched with our friends before, but I feel like we need to answer this question for the masses, for people who all over who want to drink with their friends. When you're drinking with friends, you want to have fun with everyone. You want everyone to like the movie, and you want to have reasons to take shots and sips of beer. Scream 1996 is one of the most beloved and rewatchable movies of all time. It's insanely fun, funny, thrilling, and scary. It inspires countless drinking games on the internet. It's something everybody can enjoy so your friends group can be more inclusive. It's got the 2 best social elements a movie can have, horror and comedy. There aren't many movies out there that can compete with Scream if you're looking to crack open a cold one and have a killer time with friends. I cede my time.
For that terrible pun, take another drink.
I just did, bitch.
No, take another one. No, another one.
All right, DJ Khaled. Thank you. I think it was Will that's next, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm opening the document now.
I can go next if you'd like.
Hey, Will.
Give me 1 second.
For brown nosing, take another drink.
It is you. I was right about that. I knew I had some instinct still. All right, Will, go ahead. Time starts when you speak.
So when it comes to movies and drinking games, you can find drinking games for everything. So I really feel like that really shouldn't qualify any movie as the perfect movie to drink with your friends. But when you want something that's going to entertain everybody, you want a bunch of drunken idiots yelling quotes at the top of their lungs. I have the film that definitely rivals Scream. My film is The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is one of the most quotable films. It's one of the most off-the-wall films. It's one of the films that is just absolutely, that's absolutely stood the test of time when it comes to just entertaining either small groups or large groups. You can see this movie when you're drunk. You can see it when you're sober, but if you're watching this sober, you're not getting the full aspect because everyone on the screen is drinking. You might as well be drinking too and shouting, "Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, Donnie," at the top of your lungs.
Shut the fuck up, Will. Take a drink. The drunken drolosopher. We're up to you. Hey, before you start talking, take a drink.
All right, sure.
I just want to take a moment to say that Movie Battleground does not employ Jay Burnz, and we are not responsible for any alcohol abuse he encourages here tonight.
I don't encourage alcohol abuse
Alcohol
or
consumption to an
substance
extreme level.
abuse. But if you are an adult and you want to participate in a drunken exhibition match, you don't just get to take one sip every 45 minutes and be like, "Oh, I'm totally fucking wasted." No, you're getting totally fucking shit-faced while you're doing this. That's why we do this. It's a drunken exhibition match for fun. That being said, stop giving Kevin time while you're sitting here and putting out all these fucking caveats. Kevin, stop drinking. I can't believe I had to say that. So take another
he's about
drink
to
because
pass
I had
out.
to say that. And give us stop it. And go. Best movie to watch drunk with your friends.
All right. Best movie to watch with my friends. Take you guys back to a little time called 2009. And this little comedy film came out called The Hangover. And it's funny that I would say that The Hangover would be the film that I would want to watch with my friends while drinking. Because why would you want to watch a film called The Hangover while drinking? You don't want to think about a hangover. But this film is so intriguing with people like Ed Helms and Zach Galifianakis and Bradley Cooper and the baby. It's directed by Todd Phillips. It's awesome. So this comedy is great. It grossed a $469 million at the box office on a $35 million budget. So this is a really great
time.
Okay.
Time. Chug whatever you've got left because you said and the and like and then open your next one and be very careful with the way that you proceed.
Let's go
Yeah,
downstairs.
2 minutes on the clock.
Look, exactly. Kevin said this exactly right. Why would you want to watch a movie about people getting a hangover when you're trying to party and have a fucking great time? You're going to want to be like, you know what, maybe I actually should drink some water right now because I don't want to experience that in a little bit. Look, The Hangover doesn't hold up. It's not funny. It stuck back in 2009. It had some terrible sequels later. Nobody remembers it. Nobody cares about it. The Big Lebowski is a great movie, but honestly, I feel like that's a movie that you'd rather put on like a Sunday, the next day when you're trying to recover and you just kind of want to chill with the dude a little bit. You're not going to want to party with the dude. And honestly, you know, it's kind of a slow movie, to be honest. And I feel like on the flip side, Scream is perfectly paced. You want to talk about quotes? You have, "Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel." You have a lot of great quotes that you can go, "Hey, I love that." And, you know, when people get together and they like have like a party scenario, because it's like a high school movie. So like everybody gets together and parties and they go, I'll be right back. And actually, I said that at my bachelor party because, you know, my friends and I love Scream, and a lot of people love Scream. It's such an inclusive movie that it has like one of the greatest like female protagonists of all time. And, you know, so basically, like, if you go and you look at The Big Lebowski and you look at The Hangover, these movies are so exclusive. Like, you know, the female characters are written pretty poorly. And so I feel like if you have a group of a lot of different people, some people are going to be turned off by those movies, but with Scream, everyone is included.
20 seconds.
Everyone can have a great time and come in. Even if you're not that big of a horror fan, you can come in and have a blast because it's very silly and campy at times, while also being super thrilling, super fun. You know, having some of the best performance, one of the greatest endings of all time. It's just a blast. And then you have more Screams to continue after that.
Pause. Time. Will. Big Lebowski. 2 minutes when you start talking. Okay, and actually take a drink before you do that, because that looked like the world's worst. Like, oh, let me take a sip of this thing that doesn't have anything in it.
If you only knew.
All right.
There we go.
Fucking moonshine in there.
Everything but.
Fuck
So I really love it when people make my arguments for me. Kevin, exactly. Why would you watch a movie called The Hangover when you're drinking with your friends? Some great moments, but pretty forgettable at the end of the night. Scream, a little bit more memorable because Scream is definitely a great movie, but it also suffers from the same problem that The Hangover does. The quotes come very, very infrequently. The big splashy scenes come infrequently. It is paced very well, as you said, sure. But you know what film is paced even better? The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is funny all the way through. It is quotable all the way through. Even if the plot doesn't make any sense, guess what? You're drunk. Who cares? You're still shouting, quotes with John Goodman going, "Shut the fuck up, Donnie, you're out of your element." You're quoting the dude going, "I'm not the dude, I'm not the Lebowski, I'm the dude. Call me the duder or Duderino." There's plenty of moments that are just absolutely hilarious from the very get-go when they're shoving his head in the toilet and he's saying, "Oh, well, clearly you're not a golfer," because he's holding up a bowling ball asking what it is. This movie is absolutely hilarious. All your friends are going to be completely enjoying it. And even when it has the slow moments, all your friends are still quoting the line that came before it. You're still shouting. It's still a raucous good time. You're just not getting that with Scream. With Scream, even when you're drunk, you're still paying attention too much to the movie. Whereas The Big Lebowski, you're laughing and having a great time. The Hangover, you're wishing that you were watching a better movie. Let's face it, The Big Lebowski is the best film to watch with your friends when you're drunk, period.
Before Kevin starts, I'll bias. I'm gonna wait until this is done. Kevin, why is The Hangover the best movie to watch while drunk with your friends, and where did Will go? Holy shit.
I don't know where Will went. There he is. Okay.
You're muted, Will.
He's talking, but maybe
I don't think you want to see what I'm about to do, so I have my camera off for now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Giggity? Does Movie Battlegrounds need to start a OnlyFans?
Anyway.
But Kevin, I really kind of want you to wait. Okay. Just to not put Will at a disadvantage for what comes later.
Okay.
I can hear just fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Then whenever you start, why is The Hangover the best movie to watch while drunk with your friends?
I think you're really putting me at a disadvantage here, Will, by saying that The Hangover is just some pushover movie while your movie is a quotable movie. And my movie is The Hangover is very quotable. It has so many quotes like sucking these little Chinese nuts, and the quotes about the baby and the Mike Tyson scene. So there are a lot of quotes in this movie. The song about the Mike Tyson that is funny. It all that stuff. But anyway, as far as going against Scream, it was a commercial. This was a commercial success, and I feel like this is a movie you watch drunk with your friends. That's the key. Drunk with your friends, and I think that's what we're missing here. And it's all about just the funny quotes. It's about when Kim Jong jumps out of the trunk and he's naked and you see his little like pube covered penis. Like it's just so funny. It has humor in it. Chad's laughing right now. He's fucking laughing. Look at him. He's laughing his ass off. And I'm sure Will is too. But anyway, my point being, there's a story here. Justin Manta getting lost, and them having to go around Vegas and find him. But there's so much humor here, and it's so much memorable humor. But it's so easy to remember, and when you're drunk, it's right there in the front of your head, and it's so awesome. So, time conceded.
I'm not gonna. I don't want the 5 minutes to start without Will actually. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
To take the world's fastest 2-minute shit.
If that was a shit, it would have taken me 3.
There we go.
Fair.
And just so you're aware, Kevin, I was not laughing. Just so you're aware.
That's fine. We get
If
it.
you guys
You don't
can't
like
answer anymore,
funny
I'm
movies,
starting the
Will.
timer.
5 minutes. Why is your movie the best movie to watch while drunk with your friends? Timer starts when people start talking.
So
Kevin, I only laughed. Hold on, Kevin. I only laughed because I laugh at everything, and I like you so much. That's why.
So Kevin, this is not the most successful movie to watch with your friends. This is the best movie. Just because something was not a box office success does not mean it's ineligible for this thing. Stop bringing up the box office.
Not
a shit.
It's not.
You keep saying, you said it yourself. Oh, suck on these Chinese nuts is funny. The Mike Tyson thing is funny. Well, I think I already addressed this in my in my 2-minute argument that The Hangover, just like Scream, has funny moments, but it is not funny all the way through.
That's funny.
My film is absolutely funny all the way through.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say, honestly, I don't even think that because you're harping on the comedy. It doesn't have to be funny all the way through to be a great drunk movie. Sometimes it can just be a thrilling, fun movie. And that's exactly what Scream is. It doesn't have to be funny all the way through. I don't think The Hangover or The Big Lebowski is funny all the way through. And I honestly think The Big Lebowski, a lot of the humor will go over your head, I think, if you're drunk. And maybe it might be more of like a drug movie because of a lot of the crazy like sequences that happen. But honestly, I feel like, just the pacing is so off with The Big Lebowski that people are going to start checking their watches.
But The Hangover, though, not only did it gross $467 million, it wins the Golden Globe for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. It wins multiple other accolades. And it's the highest grossing R-rated comedy in the U.S. at the time before Hangover 2 broke the record. It held that record though for 25 years before. But
that's the point, Kevin. Though, is that it's so of its time that was then. Now, no one wants to watch The Hangover anymore.
And again, those figures are completely irrelevant for the argument. So stop bringing them up. They have no bearing on this argument whatsoever.
Like people wanted to see what was going on. There were some sequels that were made. They were bad.
Where was your movie between Beverly Hills Cop and the Hangover? Then, Will.
Now I want to address something that Chad said.
Where was your movie? It wasn't in there.
Kevin,
I don't see your movie.
you got a chance to talk. Now it's my turn. I want to address what Chad said. Chad, you are absolutely correct. It doesn't necessarily have to be a comedy to be a good movie to watch with your friends. Then again, Scream is too engaging that you're not going to be drinking with your friends. I agree. I disagree.
It is not
entirely.
too engaging. It's perfectly engaging.
I mean,
it's too. If it's too engaging, you're not focusing on drinking. You're focusing on the plot. You're focusing on
you
everything
focus
else.
on drinking because it's the perfect drinking game, because it's
Why?
a mystery.
Because
they have like the best ways to drink.
What's the game?
If that is the argument, then any movie could be the perfect drinking game.
Right.
No, I disagree, because mine is perfectly paced. Mine has the mix of two things that everybody loves in a social situation when you're drinking. It's horror and it's comedy. You get the thrills and the laughs. That's the thing that mine wins with.
If you're going to tell me that my film gets lost if you're drunk, the plot of Scream, you're definitely going to lose.
Yours is just
everything.
Slow and like kind of.
There's nothing slow about. There's nothing slow about the Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski is perfect.
It's perfect.
We got about a minute left, guys. We got about a minute left, guys. Let's
let Kevin try and rebut some of the comments.
Get in a little bit, because y'all kind of butted him out during this.
Kev.
Oh no, you're good. I'm good. But no, I was just saying the same thing as Will. I feel like that Scream is not the best to watch drunk with your friends, just because I feel like it's just not. It's more of a. I don't know. It just has not. It doesn't have the right. The right jokes and novelty.
I mean, it's not a comedy is the thing. Like the movie is just one of the best fun movies to watch ever. That's why they keep trying to recapture the magic.
Say fun, but
it's every single film that came about it. It's so just thrilling and fun and exciting. Everybody loves to quote this movie, and it's the best.
I'm gonna give you guys 15 extra seconds, real fast.
I just want to know, like, your interpretation of fun just like throws me off, because I just want to know
9, 8, 7. No, y'all, I was giving it.
Go ahead. Your interpretation of fun.
6,
so
5.
It's just a really fun movie because you love the characters and you.
But the Big Lebowski is even funnier, and you love the characters even more.
One
than you love
really, Stop. Time. Strike John Goodman is an asshole from the record. Judges, however true or inaccurate that may be, he had a heart attack for being on that show, and he deserved it or didn't.
Poor guy.
But we're not dealing with that. We will be moving into closing arguments, though. The final round for round number 1, and thank God it's only taken us 30 minutes to get here.
And I'm not editing out a single minute of it.
That's completely fine with me. We started with Chad. Does that mean that we start with Kevin?
No, start with Chad again. Same order.
Well, we're gonna start with Chad again. All right, Chad. Closing arguments. You have, what is it? A minute?
Yep.
Minute 30. Minute. Chad. Scream. Scream. Best movie to watch while drunk with your friends. Closing arguments. Go.
People are trying to really recapture the magic of Scream so much because it's such a fun movie that everybody loves. Everybody loves to watch this every single year because it is really just an enjoyable watch. You love the characters. You love to quote this thing, and it inspires a drinking game, more than a lot of other movies, honestly. They even allude to it in Scream 4. With watching the Stabathon, they're like, drink every time there's a red herring, drink every time there's a kill. And I feel like this is like one of the most fun times to do that. It really gets your blood pumping. It's really inclusive. The other films are not inclusive. You have to be a very, special person to really watch The Big Lebowski or The Hangover and really get into them. If you try to throw on those movies at like a social gathering, there's a chance that one or two people are going to be like, this fucking movie. Please don't show your friends The Hangover. Respect your friends. Please, don't do that to them because they're nice people.
Nobody cares about Chad's friends being nice people. Strike that from the record. Time. Will. 60 seconds. The Big Lebowski. Best movie to watch while drunk with your friends. When you start talking.
So when I want to watch Scream, I'm not watching it drunk with my friends. I might watch it sober with my friends because my friends actually want to hear the film instead of laugh their ass off riotously. If I'm watching The Hangover, I'm not really watching it with friends, and if I even watch it at all, if I'm being honest, because I have lots of other lots of other movies that I'd love to watch if I want a good laugh. If I'm watching a movie with friends, when they're inebriated, when I want to hear everyone just uproariously laugh, I'm turning on The Big Lebowski. Maybe that's just how my friends are, but you know what? That's good with me. I love it when my friends just shout out, "I'm gonna cut off your Johnson." I love it when my friends just just keep on talking about how much they fucking hate the Eagles. I'm laughing my ass off when they just spin and spin and spin, going, "Oh well, this means this and this means this," because let's face it, it's hilarious interpreting this film.
Kev, 60 seconds. The Hangover is the best movie to watch while drunk with your friends. Why? And go. Time starts when you start talking.
So the reason I chose this film is because I actually played this film on a loop for probably like 3 days in college, and everybody loved it. It was just a hit at parties over and over. So I know people will love it. It's tested, but it's the story of Phil and Stu going to Las Vegas, going to they have to find Doug, and it's his bachelor party. But it inspires other films. It's a great film to watch just because, if nothing else, of the memorable quotes, of the Ken Jeong lines. That's the main thing you'll remember. But that's it.
All right. I will go ahead and send you guys to the back. Thank you so much for bringing whatever that was. And we'll bring in the judges. All right. So here's how we'll do this. I'll direct you guys in the order that you're going to go, just so we can keep this clean and I can keep order of who's going when. So, Jay, I'll start with you, sir. Who did you vote for, and what was the thing that sold you?
Muted, bud.
You're muted, buddy.
Oh, yeah, you're muted.
I'm not going to lie, just to start this off, the correct answer to this was Beer Fest was the correct answer. Nobody said that. Chad, however, does get the point, and I do have several points. I did write things on my board that you can't see because the Kakiri are there. Scream for the drinking games, perfect party movie, hella inclusive. Movie doesn't have to be funny, more of a drug movie, which was a knock against The Big Lebowski, which you completely understand. Was hoping that he might bring in some of the rules for the drinking game, and he ended up doing that, which is points on my board. Will said The Big Lebowski counters the Scream's drinking game. Tried to shut Kev down, but didn't answer any one of the questions that Kev really brought up, and just deflected. Kev, what's the game? With Scream, there's no rules. Golden Globes don't really mean shit. I really wish somebody would have said that. Nobody did. And the only thing he did, the only quotes he mentioned was Ken Jeong and the baby, but couldn't name the baby. I have to go with I have to go with Chad because Chad was the most succinct when it came to everything. He just brought a little bit more, whereas Will brought the reason why he wanted to watch The Big Lebowski drunk with his friends, not why it would be a better drinking movie a better movie to watch while drunk with your friends. Chad gets my vote.
Down the winding path, we got there eventually. Noah, I go to you. Who gets your vote and what sold you?
You wouldn't have gone to me. I feel like Chad and Will kind of tore each other's arguments apart, especially the Will said about when you're watching Scream, you're invested in a plot, and when you're drinking, it really mesh well. I'm giving my point to Kevin, even though he wasn't able to flesh out his movie much, but no one else really was able to come up with any good arguments against his movie either. And they all kind of tore Will and Chad's movie apart. So I'm going to have to give mine to Kevin.
All right. John, I'll go down to you. Who gets your vote and what sold you?
I mean, yeah, guys, I'm kind of on the same lines. Yeah, I think Will and Chadwick were really close to each other. I got to say, I'm not trying to color my vote by saying, but I do think Chadwick probably had the best arguments for Scream. I do think Lebowski is a stoner movie, and that wasn't really countered. It clearly is a stoner movie, not a drunk movie. I'm gonna base it on that. That's it. Tato, take it away.
Well, if you voted for Chad, then that would be Chad gets the point.
Perfect. Go.
Okay. There we go. And Tato, wave to the camera. We'll see you next time around.
All right, Tato.
There you go. Get that cheesy ass smile on there.
Who would you have voted for, Tato? Bring Tato back.
Bring Tato. Sure.
That he would have voted for Chadwick as well. Chad does get the vote on that one. Not as well as yours should be. We'll take another drink.
All right. And while these guys are drinking, I will go ahead and explain the rules of the next round. In exhibition matches, the middle question is always a speed round question because that's how I save on time so we can still have all the shenanigans that I don't have to edit. So the way that this is going to work is the competitors were given the question ahead of time. They will each have 1 minute to open, then they will have 90 seconds to kind of follow up, explain, rebut, whatever that damn well they feel like doing. And then they will have 45 seconds to close it out. I came up with 2 drinking specific questions, so I figured it was worth giving those drinking questions the full rounds. So instead, I just picked a random question out of the bank of questions I had that I thought, 3 guys who are drunk might have something interesting to say. So for the speed round, the question is, what is Tim Burton's best film?
Surprise. Not one of these 3 people have picked a good Tim Burton movie.
Okay. Well, that aside, I'm very... I don't watch enough of his films, and I don't like the stuff I've seen, so I'm not one to judge here, which is why I'm not. With that said, though, Will's up first because he went second last round because that's how a rotation works. So, Will, I'll bring the timer up for you. You'll have 1 minute to open. Time starts when you begin speaking.
So when I think of a director, I want to think of, when I think of their best film, I want to think of everything that represents their film the best. What's every quality that's shown that highlights what makes this director great. Tim Burton's one that has a lot of peaks and valleys. And the film that I feel is the best representative of his work overall is Big Fish. Why do I say Big Fish? Because it has the touching romance that you see in Edward Scissorhands. It has the bombastic storytelling you see in Ed Wood. It has the strange gothicness that you see in a lot of his films. You see humor, you see drama, you see it all, and you see it all in a neat little package that is just so beautiful in its storytelling. It is absolutely hard to forget, and you want to see it again as soon as you're done watching it. That's why Big Fish is the best Tim Burton film.
Time.
And
if I'm not wrong, we're going to Kev next.
Yep, you are correct. Kevin.
One minute when you start, buddy.
For the best Tim Burton's film directed, I selected Batman Returns from 1992. It is one of my favorites in as far as the DC collection, especially. I love the cover of the film with Michael Keaton above Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, above Danny DeVito's Oswald Cobblepot, Penguin. You know, Michael Keaton with the cape and cowl for the second time in this movie, bringing it back. I think Tim Burton did a great job with the direction in this movie, and I think I'll get into it more in the next.
And Chad, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Tim Burton has a lot of great movies, but I feel like the greatest achievement that Tim Burton ever did was Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This movie was such a surprise. It features the brilliant music and lyrics of the late, great Stephen Sondheim, one of the legends. This film is a macabre masterpiece. I don't think this film gets brought up enough, but audiences and critics only have good things to say about this movie because it's so well done. The songs are so good and catchy. The performances from Depp, Bonham Carter, Baron Cohen, and Rickman are phenomenal. The movie took risks and did not shy away from brutality. It's also just a fantastic story of love, loss, deep grief, and revenge. This movie, just like, you love to watch this movie, you love to sing the songs, and it also has just one of the deepest thematic elements of love, just showing deep love and loss.
5
and
seconds.
It's so surprising of a film, and it ends perfectly. I love this film. It's great.
Strike, I love this film, and it's great from the record, please. It was time. Chad, and just for that, drink.
Judge Jerry Executioner over here.
The law approves. Will, 90 seconds.
Isn't it truly?
So, with Kevin's argument, I didn't hear anything as to why it was his best. Why Batman Forever is Tim Burton's best film. I just heard why he likes it. Okay, fine. Chad with Sweeney Todd, he brought up some good points, but the problem is that this film was preceded by Sleepy Hollow, which had a lot of the same elements. It had revenge, it had the blood, it had the gothicness, it had the atmosphere. It had a lot of those. And really, with Sweeney Todd, the biggest problem is that Johnny Depp doesn't really sing that well. And maybe I'm just biased because I've seen Sweeney Todd more than any other musical. And I've heard a lot of talented people touch this. Unfortunately, Johnny Depp, as the title character, doesn't really do it for me. Going back to Big Fish. Big Fish, you have Ewan McGregor, you have Albert Brooks, you have Helena Bonham Carter again. You have all of these actors that you've seen in previous Tim Burton films. You've seen in other films that you love. And it just culminates in this beautiful portrait of love for a father, love of a parent, love of a child, love of love of a spouse. It's just a beautiful picture over around, and it's just absolutely the best.
Time. Kev.
Give me just 1 second. I just got to drink some water.
Hydrating is important.
I really hope you ate something before this match started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
I'm keeping my comments to myself.
I did. I just want to make sure.
You're good, buddy.
All right. All right, we ready? We good?
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
All right, so with Batman Returns, I think Tim Burton. This is he brought Danny Elfman back. Which is an excellent choice to pick up the sound that automatically puts you in a category of its own. Um, this Batman is is a Christmas film. Some people say. I'll go ahead and go with that story. Max Shrek is played by Christopher Walken and played excellently, I might say, and this is a story of Gotham trying to come up and put Oswald Cobblepot into the mayoral position, and Batman trying to stop him and stop Catwoman at the same time. And so I think Tim Burton did a really good job at this, taking from the comics. He didn't really want to do this film from the beginning, and everybody knew that. So I think him doing this and executing well is a great showing of how this is his best film. And that's it.
Time. Chad. 90 seconds. Start.
So I'm glad Will brought up the point that, like, musicals are great because honestly, this is one of the greatest musicals ever made. And Tim Burton, the reason why I say it's Tim Burton's greatest achievement is because he adapted this musical so well. He really honored the late great Stephen Sondheim, and Stephen Sondheim even gave him praise for his adaptation because it seems like Tim Burton was born to make this movie. And I know that Will says that he doesn't like Johnny Depp's performance. That's fine. But you know who did? The Academy. The Academy nominated Johnny Depp. The only reason he lost is because he went up against the great Daniel Day-Lewis. But basically what happens is all of these characters in this movie are fantastic. The actors are portraying them perfectly. It has so much suspense built up because you're wondering what's going to happen. It has one of the greatest anti-heroes in film. And I feel like this movie has the best adaptation and adjustment to Tim Burton's style. Whereas with Batman Returns, it relies too much on previous knowledge of Batman 1989 to fully appreciate. And Big Fish has some good drama, but considering how well Burton makes dark films, Big Fish really it's not a top choice to truly embrace everything to love about Burton's style. But Sweeney Todd does every genre known to man. It does comedy, it does horror, it does musical, and it's just a perfect little movie that, of old. Yeah, it's a great movie.
All right, and back down to Will. You have 45 seconds left to round it off, sir. And you're muted.
So if Citizen Kane has taught us anything, it means, it's taught us that awards don't always mean it's the best. So just because Johnny Depp was nominated doesn't mean that Sweeney Todd is the best film. Doesn't mean that Johnny Depp was the best part of that film. Batman Returns, I really haven't heard any argument as to why that's his best effort, so I can't really argue any points that aren't there. Going against Chad's, Big Fish has everything in it. It has high drama, it has high action, it has dark moments, especially when when Ewan McGregor's character meets the witch. That's absolutely dark, that's horrific. There's everything in this film, and that's why this is the best Tim Burton.
All right, and Kevin, you have 45 left on the clock, sir, when you begin speaking.
Tim Burton's Batman Returns was criticized for being dark, violent, but it was received positively. It has an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was criticized as being a dark, brooding atmosphere, and Michael Keaton's work as the tormented hero, and the flawless casting as Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Christopher Walken as well, made the sequel better than the first. As quoted in one of the Rotten Tomatoes critic quotes. It's rated B, graded B on an A+ to F scale. But I do think
I'm
All right, and Chad, final 45.
Honestly, I mean, Big Fish is kind of like a fun watch a little bit, but honestly, it's just a series of vignettes. It's not really that great. And you don't really like Billy Crudup at all in this movie. He's kind of like grating to actually watch. He's just kind of an asshole, and he doesn't really like work in the movie. Batman Returns, like I said, it's just kind of a sequel that doesn't really serve the original movie that well. But like Sweeney Todd, I want to say that people remember Sweeney Todd way more than they remember the other one, the Sleepy Hollow. And I feel like this one just totally embodies the element. It totally respects Stephen Sondheim's work and embodies the element of love and loss so well. That ending shot is one of the greatest shots of all time with, it's just so brutal. I love it.
All right, guys. Good round. I'm going to go ahead and send you to the back as I bring in the judges. All right. No, I was going to go to you first, but you look like you're having an existential crisis, so I can go to John if you need me to.
Please.
Sure. John, who gets your vote, and what was the main thing that sold you?
I think, just judging from an objective standpoint, I think, there's certain choices you can make that are going to start you further ahead in this. So I do think, given that, I think Will started from a position of strength and kept that position of strength. So my vote's a little bit.
All right. Tato, I go to you. Who gets your vote, and what sold you?
I have Chad on this one, and just one of the main things was he was able to triangulate, and the Sondheim thing he said about how Sondheim praised the movie himself. Chad.
All right, Jay, up to you. Who gets your vote, and what sold you?
I'm not gonna lie, this was anybody's until we got into about round 2. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Sleepy Hollow is the correct answer. I still could have argued against that, but Chad does get my vote for this round. He said that Sweeney Todd has great music and good songs. It took risks. The revenge and the fact that Big Fish is a series of vignettes and is very forgettable, just like Batman Returns. Kev had a really good argument building there. It just didn't form itself well enough for me. Whereas I don't think enough people, and especially seeing as Chad brought it up, I don't think enough people really watched Big Fish and took away what Will took away from it. That's why Chad gets my vote.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and send everybody to the back for a moment. We're going to take a quick breather, get a glass of water. If you guys would like, I'll give the competitors a moment before they come back in. And while I am giving them a breather, I'm going to take a moment to plug what we have coming up. As I said last week, and as I said at the start, we have a bit of a break coming up. We're not going to begin airing matches again till April 2nd, but when we do have that schedule come out, that's going to take us all the way up until summer, and we have some absolutely exciting matches in this lineup. In addition to the first title match that will take place in April, we have also already have on the books our second title match, which will take place in June, about 6 weeks after the first title match. Some of the other great matches coming up, you're going to get to see what I'll jokingly call the creator exhibition, because myself and Matt Beer are going to be playing each other. The two guys who literally started it all, well, at least the two that are still left. We're going to be taking each other on. One of the competitors here tonight, Will, he has a match coming up against Alan Shepard. We have some more fun exhibitions coming up. We do have a 420 match. We do have a Harry Potter match. We have our first MCU match on the book. So all of those will be coming up over the next couple of weeks. If I look here, some other matches. Chad Webb has a match on the books. He'll be playing the loser of the title match. So he's definitely got a difficult road ahead of him. Amaru Moses returns. He'll take on Ryan Permison in his next match. And yeah, we have a lot of fun matches coming up. So be sure to stick around. Be sure to subscribe if somehow this is the first video that you're finding, because we have a lot of great content coming up once we are back from this break that will take us into the summer. But with that said, given the competitors a moment's break, so I am going to bring them back into the stream alongside Jay, and we'll go ahead and get started on the third and final question here. So it should be said that at this point, Chad has already won the match with 2 votes. So at this point, we're playing for second place, or Chad can just give it his all and absolutely dominate these boys and walk out drunk as shit and, feeling good about
Chad,
himself.
take 4 shots of Fireball.
Yeah.
4. I'm a half that. I'll do 2.
I'll have that.
That was my half.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
come on, bro.
I rolled an
All right,
D20.
well-
You rolled an 8, bro. It could have been 10. Fucking calm down.
well, what's my armor class?
-4.
7.
All right. Well, these guys are anything but the tone of the next question. But the third question we have is, when you're sad and you decide to drink alone, what's the best movie to watch while drinking? Now, these guys took this a completely different direction. I was hoping we'd get like some real sad shit like Blue Valentine, or I don't know, Requiem for a Dream. Just like,
Why would you watch Requiem for a Dream if you're drinking and sad? That's if you're on heroin and sad, you fuck.
I don't know, sad movies. Those are the first 2 that came to mind.
Ask
Those are
him
the
out.
first 2 that came to
Actually,
mind.
if I was doing that, I'd watch never mind.
Train
But
Spotting?
no, these guys decided to go happy. They picked all fun, happy movies. So I guess we're going to be talking about good things here. I will disappear to the back and bring up your timer. Kevin, you are up first on this one, so the timer will start when you guys begin speaking.
All right. So of course I go first on the depressing one. So if I was sad and decided to drink alone, which I don't really ever do, the movie I would watch while drinking would be Forrest Gump, 1994's comedy drama, directed by Robert Zemeckis and scored by Alan Silvestri. Everybody knows the intro with the feather coming in. So, my thought process here, I'll get to it real quickly, and then I'll get to it in my 2-minute, is just that if I'm alone and drunk and I'm sad, I just want to get away from my mind, and that takes me to a completely different person's life, and that it shows you his entire life. And so that is a long life. Forrest Gump's life is long. So I'll get to one.
All right. Chad, you are up next.
All right, so the movie that I chose for this is the masterpiece that is Paddington 2. And Paddington 2 is a fantastic film. So you can watch Paddington 2 at any state, happy, sad, sober, drunk, whatever. But it's particularly an effective film at cheering you up and just making you feel warm inside. Paddington is a character who is just so sweet and just wants to know he's cared for and loved by a family. And he just wants to bring the beauty of London to his Aunt Lucy. I think despite wanting to drink alone for a while, you feel a part of the Brown family, just as Paddington does, and that's another avenue to cheer you up. If you're the type, though, that wants to actually sit there and just be sad and revel in it a little bit, this movie has its highs and lows, so you feel the stakes. I think being able to identify with Paddington and feel the lows contrasted with the highs really make those highs feel so good. And it's guaranteed to make you feel better and in a good place at the end of the film. For the drinking part, since you kind of overthink things less,
All right, and Will.
So when I'm sad and drinking alone, I want a film that makes me feel like I'm really not as alone as I think. And the one film that makes me feel like that is Tag. Why? Because it's about a group of friends, a group of friends who live all throughout the country, who manage to stay in touch no matter what, who go to hell and back to try and stay in each other's lives, who are just silly and stupid, but still love each other at the end of the day. And if that doesn't warm your heart just by that description alone, I want to know who hurt you. Now, I guess I could watch a kid's film, but if I'm drunk, I'm not watching a kid's film. That's just kind of weird. If I'm drunk and already sad, I'm not going to make a film that makes me want to drink harder and get sadder, which is Forrest Gump. I want to film that makes me feel loved, and that's Tag.
And time. All right, Kevin, down to you. 2 minutes.
I'm not sure why Forrest Gump would make you want to drink more or drink harder, but it won 6 Academy Awards. It was a Best Picture winner, Best Director winner, Best Actor winner for Tom Hanks, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Visual Effects, and Best Film Editing. It was nominated for a lot of other stuff, but anyway, just going back to this movie takes me to a place where if I was sad and alone, I can think about, when the funny lines that are in the movie about at the beginning when he is a young child growing into adulthood with his mama, who is Sally Field, which is kind of funny because they're similar in age. That's a known thing. But there's also like he goes into the war and he meets with presidents. He is on TV showing his, I got shot in the buttocks. There's memorable quotes like that. There's just things that make me I would forget that I was sad. Like, I want to like put myself in this man's life, and then that would take me out of being sad. And then at the end of the movie, you're happy. Yes, there are up and down moments during the movie, but what movie aren't there? So I think this movie is Forrest Gump being the top tier movie that it is a peak movie to watch if you're sad and you do decide to drink alone.
Todd. Chad. You're muted.
Right. Okay. The thing about Kevin's movie, honestly, with Forrest Gump, I mean, great movie, don't get me wrong, but like, it's a weird movie to choose for this question because like, when you finish this movie, like you go through this movie, people mistreat Forrest Gump. Bubba fucking dies, and then Mama Gump dies, and then Jenny dies. He spends all this time trying to connect to Jenny. She shuns him away the whole movie. He finally gets her, and then she dies. And then you end the movie, and you end up sadder at the end of the movie than you were when you began the movie. With Will's choice, Tag, I think this movie's kind of a fun movie, but honestly, for this question, I think it's also kind of a weird choice. Like, it's an interesting approach for sure, but like honestly, I think that's kind of the negative thing. Like, you kind of wish that you were with friends. I mean, that's really sad too. Like, why would you want to watch that movie? Wish you were with friends. There's no sentimentality with that movie. It doesn't make you feel anything. However, with Paddington 2 is just, it's one of the best movies ever made. I know like Will tried to kind of like drag it through the mud a little bit, calling it just a kids movie. But honestly, it's kind of a perfect movie. It's got great performances from Hugh Grant, Ben Whishaw, like a lot of great people. And it's just a very, very sweet movie. You have a lot of the really like low moments where Paddington doesn't feel like he's loved. He doesn't feel like he's going to make it. And then, so you get to kind of be sad a little bit, but then it lifts up your spirit because with Paddington, you get to save a prison by giving them freaking marmalade. And then at the end of the movie, you get to see Aunt Lucy and he accomplishes his goal. And then you also have like some really fun moments too, with the train sequence. And it's just a very inspiring movie. It uplifts you. And that's really what you want. You want your heart to be warmed by this film.
All right. And then on to Will.
Okay. So with Kevin, I have a visual here. Awards, who cares? Box office grosses, who cares? Neither are relevant to the question. With Chad's film, yes, it is a sweet film. I'm not gonna deny that. It is a very sweet film. But the reason why Tag, I feel, is better is because it has that same sweetness. He said that there's no sentimentality. That's absolutely incorrect. All the friends come together every month without fail to play this game, to be in each other's lives. So that means that even when they're miles apart, they still know that they have friends out there who love them, who care about them, who want to see them again. When you're alone, sometimes you don't feel like that. But then you have to remember, oh, I do have friends who care about me, who think about me all the time. And when you're alone and drunk and sad, that helps. That's better than therapy. You can't deny that. With Kevin's film, like what Chad said, it gets sadder and sadder and sadder. And then at the end of the film, he's essentially alone again. That's not a great film to watch when you are sad and alone, feeling like you're alienated and alone again. Sorry, that's not a great one. Tag, even when you're alone, there are other friends out there. When you least expect it, your friends will just show up, even if it is just to tag you in a ridiculous way. Even when there's just even when they just show up in costume to terrorize you at your job. That takes love and effort to do that. And if you feel like you have friends who do that, that's love. That makes you feel warm inside. You can't tell me that that's not sentimental. Tag is just a great film because of that.
All right, and that is time. All right, we're going to go into the 5-minute open discussion. Gentlemen, the timer will start ticking when the first person says something.
And I've been waiting the entire time to say something because you say my movie doesn't end with love. Have you ever watched Forrest Gump, Will? You obviously
That's not what I said at all.
No. You do not get to speak right now, bro. If you have not seen Forrest Gump, my friend, you have not ever experienced when Forrest sends off his son on the first day of school, when Alan Silvestri's same fucking his same score plays and that same feather is there and he has the same Curious George book. That is fuck. If that doesn't hit you in the heart, I don't know what does, bro. You don't have a fucking heart. I'll tell you.
Kevin Samuel L. Jackson.
It doesn't help that you didn't hear a single word that I said then, because I never said that it ended in love. I said it ended in loneliness because he is alone.
Yeah, how can you be alone if he found his son?
He's sitting on a bench alone.
He's been alone his whole life. He's been alone. He's been counted as a disabled person. He's been counted as a disabled person his whole life. And then he's pushed off as a disabled person his whole life. And then he's pushed in the army.
Kevin, you got to talk. Now it is my turn to talk. You clearly didn't listen to any of my arguments, which means that you can't argue my point if you're not listening to my argument. Kevin, you're done. talk. Stop talking. It is my turn to talk.
I don't think
Tag,
so. Okay.
tag is great because no matter if
your
if you don't
friends
see
just
them,
show up
they
and
are-
touch you. I get it.
but why
That's
are they
what
doing
you said
that?
in your
But
argument.
why are they
all right,
doing
guys,
Friends
that?
all
just
right,
show
guys.
up and touch you.
But why are they doing
right,
it?
guys,
They
guys,
do
guys.
that because they want you to be close to you. They want
Hmm.
to be there for you.
It's way
They
better.
want
That's
that.
way better than finding your long lost love and then her dying and then you taking
And her
a
using
child that
you
you didn't
and-
even know you
Miserable,
had and then you raising
All right, guys.
him.
All right,
But
guys.
you say he's lonely, man. You say
Kev.
he's lonely.
Kev, y'all have gotten about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. We're gonna
And
let
Chad needs to talk.
Chad go ahead
Yeah.
and get up in here as well with Paddington too. So Marmalade.
Honestly, Kev, it just feels like, I don't know, like Forrest Gump is just kind of like the one that I would put on after The Hangover the next day. I know I said that about The Big Lebowski, but kind of the same kind of scenario. I put on that later, but while I'm sad, I don't want to have a depressing movie like Forrest Gump a little bit on there. I like the movie, but like it's not the great choice. And for what Will said with Tag, honestly, like when you say like, oh, I look at that movie and I see like something that I want, like a bunch of friends to hang out with, to tag whenever I want to. Sure, but that's what Paddington is. Paddington is the one that wants to have a family, and he's really sad that he might not actually have his family because he gets into jail. But
Those
then,
were
like when they
free.
actually show up for him, you get that heartwarming feeling from him and from them.
It's
and then
not
they
even
actually
like the
save his
original
life.
Paddington. If you go back and look at the original Paddington, it's nothing like that.
The original movie?
The original Paddington. Go
Oh,
back.
well, I don't
to
care
the
about
original
that, Kev. I just care about the movie that exists today. And I think that movie is a fantastic movie that will warm your heart and make you feel better. But it also
I don't
has
think the
the
it
very
warms your
low
heart
lows.
any more
You
than
can actually feel
a
the
dad
stakes.
sending off his son.
And the reason why I love Tag,
everything he dealt with in his entire life, like Forrest Gump did.
and the reason why, Chad, I want to address what you're saying. I adore Paddington too. I do understand why you feel that way, but the reason why I love Tag this much more, it's not even just a little bit, it's this much more, is because it has the broad comedy to lift up the spirits as well. So then when you get to the end, when it turns out that one of the friends isn't going to be there next season, you still know that that person is, that person is going to be looked after, that their family is going to be looked after, that the friends are still going to be there. And that is love incarnate. And that's exactly what you need when you are alone and drunk.
Tag is offensive and it's insensitive.
And you can say the same thing about Forrest Gump being insensitive.
How do you get past that?
How do you get past? How do you get past?
You get past that with a movie like Forrest Gump.
Playing a non-mentally handicapped person.
Award-winning film.
So, like I've said, like Paddington, like you said,
I told you
Tag
that words
has a
don't
lot
matter
of
for
the
this
comedy
question.
in it. Paddington actually has a lot of comedy too.
That's a good ass film.
Time. So
I want everyone
5
to take
minutes
a deep breath
and a drink of water. I'm so glad that, like, yeah.
Am I next or second?
No, you're
Kevin
first.
is first.
I'm first.
Kevin's first.
I've got Kev, Chad, and then Will.
All right. That is the correct order.
Okay.
Yeah. That being said, let's wait until Chad gets here. But I feel like
Sure.
I said it in the comment section. I said it in the private chat. I'll say it here. I feel like Kevin is the only one who understood the assignment.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No.
I love you both. I love everybody here. You can ask my wife. I pre-thought this particular question out like way before, and I put a lot.
My thing about it is I wanted everybody at your level at this point in time, and it seems like everybody else decided to water down their drinks and just debate instead of actually drink and debate. I'm a little fucking. No, you're not, and that's fine. Neither is Will. So I'm a little disappointed in that, and we can have that conversation after this, seeing as all of this will be edited out. But We do have closing arguments coming up, and the first person bringing up closing arguments will be Kev for Forrest Gump. Kev, when you're sad and decide to drink alone, what's the best movie to watch? You said Forrest Gump. You get, what is it, 60 seconds when you start talking.
The film Forrest Gump by Robert Zemeckis and based on a book by Winston Groom. It is scored by Alan Silvestri. I want to state the significance of the feather in this film, because that is the really significant part here that we argued over. And even Tom Hanks interpreted it as, quote unquote, our destiny is only defined how we deal with the chance elements to our life. And that's the kind of embodiment of the feather as it comes in. Here's the thing, that it can land anywhere and it lands at your feet. It has theological implications that are really huge. And then Sally Field compared it to fate, saying it blows in the wind just as it touches down here or there. Was it planned or was it just perchance? So this, my time's up. Sorry.
All right, and then on to Chad. One last minute.
I mean, I love Forrest Gump just like Kevin does, but honestly, I just don't think it's the movie that you want to do when you're sad and alone, because it's just such kind of a depressing movie. With Tag, you're just kind of going to wish that you have friends to hang out with. I get that he's saying it's a funny movie and you want friends to be there for you, but that's what Paddington does. Paddington, he just wants a family to be there for him, and they are. The Brown family is always there for him. They actually saved his life in this movie. And you say that Tag is a really funny movie, but Paddington 2 has all of those elements, because Paddington is a very silly character, and a lot of the times he gets into these crazy predicaments. I saw this movie drunk. It was a very fun movie, and it's a complete movie. And, with him, he gets in these crazy predicament situations, and you just like laugh your ass off because, you don't know how he's going to get out of them. And then he saves a prison with marmalade. It warms all of their hearts, and this movie warms your heart. When you're sad and you're drunk, that's the movie that you want to watch. It's the full experience.
Time. Will, when you start speaking, 60 seconds.
So Chad said that that Tag is the film that makes you wish you had friends. Well, isn't that what he's technically saying about his film, that you wish that you had family that was there for you? So saying the same thing about his film that I'm saying about mine almost bolsters my argument for me. Forrest Gump, like what Chad said, is not the film that you want to watch when you're drunk and alone. It is a good movie. All the words talk, all of the quotes aside, it is a good movie, sure. But it's definitely not the one you want to watch when you're alone, because it makes you feel depressed even more. It makes you feel sadder. It makes you want to drink harder. That's not what you want to do. You want to feel happy. You want to laugh. And Tag, you're laughing hysterically the entire time. You relate to these characters. You want to be there. But even when you're alone, you still feel loved, because you know that there are people out there who love you too.
Time.
All right, competitors, thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and send you to the back one last time, excuse me. And there we go. We'll bring in the judges. All right, I'll loop back around to Noah. Who gets your vote, and what was the main thing that sold you?
Jokes on Will. When I'm drunk and sad, I want to be even more drunk and even more sad. So anyway, I'm giving my point to Will, because Chad came at that sledgehammer of a kind of argument, in that if you're watching it, friends, and all of a sudden you don't have any around you, and then Will back countering that with the same about family with Paddington, so Will have the slightest slightly better argument. It was really cool.
All right,
well.
John, I go down to you. Who gets your vote and what sold you?
I'm actually gonna like almost exactly agree with what Noah said. Like, without getting too deep into the weeds and bringing my own personal opinion into it. Like, yeah, like what do you when you're down and depressed? What do you want? Like camaraderie, friendship. I think Tag is definitely a movie that has that feeling. It's light, so I got to go with Will.
All right, quickly since it's the last one, Tato, Jay, who'd you guys vote for before I send you guys back?
Tato, go.
Alrighty, so here's a W for Will and a K for Kev, and they went back and forth really frequently
Looks like a
on this
dick.
argument.
Tato definitely drew a dick on his board.
You drew a dick.
Okay. So
the team wins. Jay, go ahead.
okay, so this is the thing. Everybody brought a really good argument forward. Tato, stop it, or I will have you removed from stream right now. Stop it, or I will have you removed from stream right now.
Tato,
But nobody brought up the lies about the miscarriage that happened in and the emotional manipulation, along with the disrespectful act of trying to tag somebody during an AA meeting. And I know that we're having a little bit of a fun time here, but the simple fact is those are the two things that I needed for somebody to take Tag down. And the fact that nobody was able to do that really kind of hurts my heart because, yeah, are they small scenes of the movie? Of course. But had you said them, especially we're doing a drunk exhibition match and said, hey, they try to tag somebody during an AA meeting, it would have been a very sombering and sobering moment during this, and that would have completely derailed Will. That being said, I would have to give my point to Will because nobody countered as well as that. Yeah, you know what? Will didn't do a great job when it came to countering Paddington when it was just marmalade. Kev did a really great job in trying to defend Forrest Gump. It just didn't work out well enough. So begrudgingly, because nobody attacked the things that needed to be attacked when it came to Tag, I have to give it to Will for this one. So Will, you came in second place. That being said, Kev, you know what? Any day of the week, buddy, I'll take you on in a drunk exhibition match. They can't stop us. What are we going to do? We'll just get drunk and yell at each other. Fuck them.
With that said, guys, your winner tonight, not that it fucking matters, is Chad Webb. Take a W. You're the only person that cares, but congratulations, sir.
One of the two sober people won tonight. Yay!
No, guys, thank you guys so much. I'll go ahead and send you guys out one by one. Kevin, thank you so much for being here, sir. You did get a vote. You did not get a point, but you certainly brought the spirit of it. I thank you. And
I'll get shit-faced and argue against you any day. Fuck what Aaron has to say. Fuck him. Fuck his 17 polo shirts in the 18 different colors that he has. Fuck Chad for wearing that dumbass shirt. I don't think I've ever seen Will outside of anything that isn't a fucking I want to say it's a lumberjack shirt. I don't want to call it a flannel necessarily.
It is.
I mean, it is a flannel, but he looked like he a very Western States lumberjack right now.
Looks like Luke from Gilmore Girls.
Damn.
Don't even ask why I know that.
Because you have a wife.
But just move on.
All right. I mean this in the least dirty way possible, but Kevin, plug yourself. Where can people find you?
Yeah, Kevin,
I'm the
beg yourself.
commissioner of TMG on TMG Trivia. Just message me if you'd like a match.
Hey Kev, I'm messaging you right now. I would like a match.
Kevin Poss. You lost in the tournament, bro.
Hey, fuck you.
Well, Kevin, congratulations.
No, next season will be starting soon. But do tune in. Sorry, I am drunk because this is the drunk scabition.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
What if y'all understood the assignment?
It was supposed to be. But no. We're about to have the match where Antonio won the tournament. So he is going
Spoilers!
to
You
he is
fucking
going to
edit
get
that
his
out.
shot against Joe Hot Fuzz Farrelly.
It's been posted.
So tune in. Yeah, I was gonna say that match has been
That match has been public.
So if you haven't seen it, go
I
check
don't
it
watch
out.
anything.
But you will see the Joe versus Antonio match. Tune in to TMG trivia, and you will see that match. That match will it records on the 13th. I may have it up on the 13th.
Joe versus the
that's like a
Ant-Kano.
little. I don't know when you'll have this up, but the 13th. We'll see.
The 17th of March is
match
St.
airs
Patrick's
on
Day.
St. Patrick's Day, the 17th. So if it's up on the 13th, go
17th of
check it
March.
out.
I was gonna say, if it's up, go check it out. There you go. That's all.
I
Yeah,
really
that's-
hope Kevin's
that's
not
what-
trying to
that's what
drink
I
a
need.
Red Bull to offset all of the alcohol that he has taken in.
No,
tonight.
actually, this is just
All right.
one
I
of
want
my
to be done
ones.
before an hour and a half. So Kevin,
Shut up,
thank you for coming
Aaron,
third.
you're not getting there.
I'm gonna shut you down. Jay, you're right next to him, so I'm gonna do you next. Thank you for being a part of whatever this was tonight. Where can the good people find you?
Guys, you can find me on twitch.tv at Lose Theron right here. I would also like to say, we do this in a lot of good fun. And if you find yourself in the need of help, don't hesitate to reach out. If you feel depressed, I know that we talked about a lot of deep stuff. Reach out to friends, reach out to family, reach out to healthcare professionals. We are all here for you. We are all pulling for you. We all love you. Hydrate. Make sure that you are a fucking fantastic individual and shine like the stars know that you are. Also, Jenny, the worst character in fucking Forrest Gump. We're not even going there. That's not even an argument. That being said, great on Chad for getting that W. I wish you would have drank a little bit more because you decided to drink Fireball. And that's a girl drink. And no wonder you're married. You stole your wife's liquor. Will, I wish that you would have actually drank alcohol while you did this. It would have made this a little bit more fun. That being said, I still would have beat all three of you. But again, I will play Kevin.
And there goes the cane. I told you I'd do it at some point. Will, thank you for coming second. Where can people find you if you do anything else aside from drink here?
So I want to have a moment of shit talk here. You know that I am drunk when I came in second. Now, that being said,
Christ.
that being said, if I'm going to lose to anyone, I would prefer to lose to Chad because Chad is an amazing human being. He is a fierce competitor. And for the short time I have known Chad, I have absolutely adored this man. And so it's all about here. And again, this is how you know I'm drunk when I am being this fucking sentimental. So fuck you, Jay. I am really, really goddamn drunk. That being said, where can you find me? Apparently I have this match with Alan Shepard. I didn't fucking know that. So
you were gonna find out.
I guess so. This is a also I have to mention this is a St. Patrick's Day match. I'm the only one fucking wearing green. Goddamn all of you.
This is technically green. The camera doesn't do me favors, but it
is. That's teal, motherfucker. Anyway, where can you find me? I'm always around. I'm over on Until. I have some matches. I have some matches dropping soon, both in singles and in geek teams. I'm always doing trivia over on.
Kevin wants to show off the green shirt. There you go, buddy.
I'm wearing green.
Yeah, now you are. But you can find me over at There'll Be Trivia. You can find me over at Henry Confidential's channel. You can find me everywhere. If you really want to find me, you'll find me at some point, or I'll find you. Just to be creepy.
I think Kevin's having a stroke, so I'm gonna get this over with as quickly as possible. Chad, congratulations! You won.
Thank you.
You get 10 seconds to say where people can find you because they took.
Oh, come on now! All right. Well, I love Kevin. I think Kevin is one of the greatest people ever. I love hanging out with him. He runs a great league over there at Team Geek. Check that shit out. Thank you, Will, for the kind words. I think Will is also a great competitor. I was very worried about facing Will. I did a great job. I'm really proud of myself. Please check out Paddington 2 because I think it's one of the greatest movies ever made. But I had a lot of fun doing this. I actually did drink quite a bit, and I need to go to sleep soon. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think these are great people. Aaron, you do a great job running this whole thing. I love competing every time. I can't wait for my next match, but I can because this is hard. This is actually very hard, and we all do a great job. And I can't wait to face Kevin one day, like a real match, because I know he called me out. I want to call him out one day because I'll probably get knocked out the next time I play, to be honest. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, check out all the movies that I picked because they're all great, and a lot of great people. And
all right, well,
I'm gonna go to sleep
congratulations,
now.
sir.
Thank you.
I will kick you out to the back. Oh, this has been something else. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around if you're here to this point. Please be sure to subscribe. Again, we won't be back till April 2nd, so there will be a couple of weeks off. But when we come back, we will have a lot of great matches in the tank ready to go. Thank you to my judges, Noah, John, Jay, Jake, everyone for helping out. I'm not drunk. My brain's just fried from trying to deal with all this. So I'm going to end this match the only way I know how. I'm going to bring everybody back on screen, and I want you guys to say a lot of words until I play the credits.
A lot of words. 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 Mango chutney. Mango chutney. Mango chutney.
Winnie Todd.
Thank you for watching.
Mango
What's going on?
A lot of words.